Well, I can't quit you, baby. But I gotta put you down for a while.
Well, as you can tell, I come here every day. This is what I would consider the famous Edenville Market. They have the best meat here, around here, for miles. They smoke their own sausage, they smoke their own double smoked bacon. They have the second best beef jerky in the world after my own. And I mean, they're just beautiful people. I just came up here, and one of the girls that I see quite often, you know, marijuana is legal now, so I can actually tell you this. One of the girls that's been working here for about 15 years and is always so sweet to me and so kind. I take her sack of weed up there very often. I just gave her a nice sack of pot, and you know, to let her have a good day. Now I'm gonna try to keep this pointed down, but you know what? We see the sun, and the sun is there. So we're gonna make our knock-kneed run for the sun. And today I don't really have a lot to say. I just want to take a little ride with you all. Lily's in her same mood. She just got done chasing rabbits and chasing mice and squirrels and everything else that's over there at Aunt Shirley's and Aunt Lori's, and she just is gonna be probably whiny because she's crazy. But you know what, folks? I guess if I had anything to say, everybody's heard this before. Patience is a virtue. And usually I'm not very virtuous. I want what I want now. And I find myself, you know, making the ride from the hobby shop home, and I'm just counting the seconds to get home. That's why I gave this advice the other day. Not to wish away the minutes and seconds and hours and days. To embrace boredom. But let's think about this today. Shouldn't we embrace patience? This bothered me, okay? The third day that I went out to cut wood and just ran into another issue, another roadblock, it bummed me out. I mean, it was almost beyond bummed out. I was at my wit's end. I was, I believe, what they call frazzled. They're doing some work down there. I'm not sure what, but I'm gonna take a different way home because I don't want to go down there and get all tangled up in that mess. I don't know what them boys are doing. I think they're putting in some more lights. So I decided, as I was getting frazzled and like, man, how am I gonna go get some wood to keep my house warm? What am I gonna do? Am I gonna end up having to buy wood? And as I mentioned, that is one of the most disgusting things I do. I hate to do it. I don't like to give other people my hard-earned money because I wasn't prepared. And yes, not having enough wood because I got hurt is not being prepared. I have time, and I've had time this last year. I could have very easily had enough wood to last me for a year if I would have just stayed at it, but I always found something else to do. So because of that, I had to be patient. I had to really put my mind to, well, look, Ogre, there's nothing you can do about it. You don't have what you need right now. Everybody's on vacation at the farm. I couldn't go borrow a saw with a sharp blade. And guess what? It got done. Today I cut down a difficult tree that got hung up in another tree, and I threw my chains around it, and I pulled that baby out. And while me and Lily was in the truck and I was going back and forth, and boom, boom, and finally I pulled it out of this big old pine tree it was stuck in. And I mean a big tree. I should have probably recorded some of that. It's pretty neat, some of the stuff I do, I guess. Some people may think. But when it fell down, you know, when the tree finally falls, the chain's attached to it, you can feel it like boom and rock the truck back, you know. And when I felt that, I looked over at Lily, and I swear, Lily dog smiled at me. She gave me a smile, and not a smile on a dog like the old song, not the fake smile. She smiled at me. She gave me a grin that let me know she was every bit as happy as I was. And, you know, whenever I think about it, if we don't exercise patience, we are no different than a dog. We are no different than animals. I mean, listen to Lily now. I'm not going to get mad at her because I'm not frustrated, but you hear and whining. It's because she's so impatient. She just got done chasing every living creature over through the woods while I'm working, but she's still impatient. She still wants to jump out right here. This is a new place. You know, see what kind of critters are around here. But what was the payoff for my patience? Was there any? Well, absolutely. Instead of being stressed out, not being able to, sleep right, not being able to eat, thinking about, everything, I just said, you know what, time's gonna go the way it goes. I might as well enjoy some boredom, and I'm gonna get some wood or I'm gonna die, and there's nothing I can do about it. And guess what? I got the wood now. Now that I said that, I know I shared with you all the other day that my neighbor passed away and the hearse was there. Well, before I started cutting wood today, folks, I stopped by to see my 94-year-old grandfather, my wife's grandfather, my wife's mother's father. But he's my grandfather, every bit my grandfather. And Grandpa's 94, and he came home from the hospital yesterday on hospice. And for those of you that don't know what that means, that is where professionals come to the house and they take care of your loved ones and they let them pass away with dignity in their own home. And so I spent a little time with a great man this morning. Didn't even know I was there. And I heard there's a great African saying that says, a great man plants a tree that he'll never be able to sit in the shade of. I learned that from Conscious Caracal. That is a wonderful South African saying that a wonderful person, a wise man, will plant trees that he'll never enjoy the shade of. And I've thought about that quite a lot. And some people would say, well, why would you go and sit with someone that is essentially a vegetable? He's on morphine very heavily, and why would you go through that? Why would you look at a man that was once a strong man, a very hardworking, loving family man, diligent, never, I don't think, ever missed a day's work in his life? Well, because the same reason that a wise man plants a tree that he may never enjoy the shade of. Because that old man laying there dying, he took time to love me and to help me when it surely seemed like it was no different than me going to sit with a vegetable when I was young and stupid. And you think I'm dumb now? You think I do dumb shit now, people that know me? You should have known me when I was 20. I was a maniac, and the old man loved me then. So I love him now. And as long as I live, this old man will never die. So I want to encourage you something today that I often encourage you. Don't take for granted the minutes and the seconds and the days and the years. For one day they will stop. They will cease. And if you ever have a loved one that is languishing and is passing away, and you have the opportunity to go see them, don't miss that opportunity. Because if you don't take it, it may haunt you for the rest of your life. And be good to your friends, be good to your family members, be good to your loved ones. Be quick to say you're sorry. Be even quicker to accept an apology, especially when that thing your friend, your family member, your loved one has done seems to be so huge, you'll never be able to forget about it. Because constant viewers, my beloved friends, at a time you think not, your friends, your family members, your loved ones, your life, and the greatest man you know will depart from you. Here's to you, Grandpa. They got a spot waiting for you in heaven.